24-year-old Alice Ruggles had been murdered, and Maxine told the operator that she had a pretty good idea who was responsible. People who knew and loved her family, her friends, even her coworkers noticed that Alice's light seemed to be dimming a little bit. Like, she just didn't seem like herself. The normal, happy, bubbly, charismatic, outgoing woman was now becoming kind of a shell of herself. She was becoming distant and irritable, and they came to the conclusion that it must have something to do with Harry, because as soon as she got in that relationship, that's when her downfall began. And it turns out that they were right, because behind closed doors, Harry was kind of a dick. It turns out that, like, he didn't live up to the persona he, presented of himself online. And Alice finally had enough, and in August of 2016, she ended their relationship. But Harry was not having it. It seems like the knowledge that Alice was moving on put Harry into a bit of a tailspin, because he really started to escalate after that. She said she was terrified of his actions, that it affected her concentration at work, that she was being stalked and she wanted it to stop, and that she didn't feel safe in her own home. It was the evening of Wednesday, October 12th, a year and a day after Alice and Harry had their first conversation. Alice was still a little bit nervous about Harry, but she was trying to move on with her life. But little did she know that he was actually out in her yard at that exact moment, and she had no idea. After watching her for some time from outside, he found an open window and he easily crawled through. He went to her kitchen and he got a large knife. Alice tried to hide in the bathroom from Harry, and he kicked the door in, and he brutally attacked her in that bathroom. And it turns out Alice had put up one hell of a fight. Harry had bite marks on him, and she dug her fingernails into his skin. And all the time that he sat outside waiting for Alice to get home, he was on Tinder trying to set up a date for a girl who was in the area, so when he was done, he could go meet up with this other girl. When she came home, he went in and he killed her before taking her phone and the murder weapon with him and heading back to his barracks in Edinburgh. And from what I was able to read, it doesn't look like they ever found the murder weapon, but they were able to get a conviction without it. What do you think should have been done to protect Alice Ruggles?